drinking in person.
Hello, everyone.
I really want a glass of Bushmills.
If it looks like we're in a closet, it's because we are.
Yeah, we're definitely in a closet this week. Oh my god.
Are we
Thank you,
going
sir.
raw dog to try?
I'm going raw dog.
I'm gonna do it too because you slut shamed me last week into not doing
I
it.
didn't. Oh my.
Unintentionally. Not. It was. I'm putting that heat on myself.
Okay.
Still
It
slut
was
shame me.
also just because like I figured may as well start the new process because we do have a new whiskey rating.
Coming at you next week.
Yeah.
Stick around.
Yeah. I actually meant to do that while you were like when we weren't drinking during the podcast. Never did.
That's okay. No problem.
It's gonna be good.
Everything's fine. Shout out to Perfect Creations.
Yeah. Perfect Creations. Perfect
Thank you.
_ creations .2021 on Instagram.
Glasses look great. And cheers.
Yeah, you finally got your set.
Finally got my set. That's good.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's warm
different.
though, and it's hot outside. It's
I
hot in the
know.
room. It's hot outside.
You
so
want it to be a little cooler just
Yeah.
for the refreshment factor.
That's nice. Little
Um,
burn.
I'm not mad at you a little bit.
Little burn. I'm gonna make some adjustments here,
Go for it.
just so I can actually see your pretty face now that we're in
Ah, thank you, sir. How long has it? It's been a month,
person. Oh
I
my
guess.
god. Yeah, easily. Because we did one online, then Eric came on.
I think we done 3 online. I had COVID. Then we did another one just
That
to be
was
safe.
2 weeks. Because and
And then Eric, and then last week.
holy
it's been a
shit,
month.
holy fuck.
Also, this is episode 38.
38. I'm not sure. Usually, I'm pretty good at keeping
I
track.
think it's
but
38. I just looked at it too. That's
Did
my
you?
bad.
That's hilarious. I
So
think it's
dumb.
38.
Episode 38.
Hell yeah.
38 weeks. Coming up
38
on a
weeks.
year.
Yeah, we're coming up quick on that 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane.
It's dumb. It's very strange.
Yeah, it is. We should. I kind of want to do one outside to see how it works.
I was thinking about that today. I think just a little, like in another week or so, when it's the humidity factor's up, and then you can comfortably sit in the shade.
Yeah, because we usually
all
do it
down.
in the evenings too, or
Mhm.
like later in the day. So we're it's not like we're out there in 40
Getting
degree.
baked.
Yeah. Chris always turns like a lobster in the summer, but
I burn
yeah.
in the shade on a good day, so I can't be fucking around with the sunshine. It's not my style.
No.
My people lived in Ireland for a long, long time.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of sunshine over there.
No. More so rain.
A lot of rain, a lot of clouds. That's their go-to.
So now I got to ask you, are you going to add ice to yours?
After this one, yeah.
You're going to do one.
Yeah, I'll do one.
Oh, the rating is just going to be like your first sip,
Okay.
not a glass.
I'm gonna just enjoy the first glass just
It's not
for me.
bad though, right?
It's totally fine, yeah.
Yeah, I was a little scared going into it
I
last
was
week.
nervous too, I'll be honest. Yeah, so no whiskey review this week, friends and listeners.
No,
Next week, we will do one.
I'm still trying to get back in the swing of things. I forgot memory cards today.
Yeah, and I still have a baby, so my life is also a little hectic.
Yeah, a little turned upside down
Yeah.
for a little bit. So yeah, we're just give us another week.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll sort shit
If
out.
you've stuck around for 38 weeks by now, you're a saint and you deserve a medal, and we will send that to you. Just give us your mailing address and include your credit card number.
Yeah.
And
We'll send it right away.
oh, be out there in a jiffy.
Dude,
But you're used to us waiting. You're just used to waiting on us doing stuff. So
yeah.
give us one more week. Next week for sure we will have it.
And then probably that week, wait one more week. We're like general contractors. It'll be done in one more week.
How dare you?
Am I wrong?
Well, often it's a customer that is the delay.
Usually, but
but
they
the
also want it done
contractor-
yesterday. So
Yeah, the contractor takes the heat every time. The last job I
somebody
was on
has to.
before this latest shutdown and before I had a baby, they added an extra month's worth of work and didn't change the deadline.
Fucking idiots.
They do that shit, but that shit happens all the time and always because no one wants to pay extra,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah, they want it for free.
it always ends up taking what the amount of time takes. They just always think like, okay, well, the deadline is May 1st. So you guys will still be done May 1st. And we're like, okay, we'll just keep operating on that. And then you just let the general contractor deal with them. And let them know, like, you can't just add a bunch of work
and there not be a delay.
The best one, I was an apprentice. This is probably 6 or 7 years ago. And we were doing a job, and the job was delayed 6 weeks starting.
Yeah.
And it was a good month and a half, 2-month job. And delayed 6 weeks, and they still kept the original deadline. So if we were supposed to start June 1st, they were supposed to move in September 1st. We started August, like second week of August 14th.
Yeah.
And they still wanted it all done before September 1st.
Like, I don't understand. Like,
people just don't know.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think it's also a little bit of ignorance. If we don't extend the deadline, they'll just get it done type shit. Because it's like, if whatever they do, it doesn't matter what they do. But if you add shit onto their plate, they're going to expect.
And here's the thing. I mean, they're paying, like, if you add an extra onto a job, someone's getting paid because work doesn't get for free.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
So they're paying for the extra work. It's just they're not willing to pay enough to still have the same deadline, because that changes things. Okay, well, we'll price it on a regular work week.
Yeah.
Here's your scope. But if you want it done in 2 weeks, well, now you're into overtime shift, all that stuff. We can get it done.
Overtime.
Do anything you want.
Yeah, we'll get it done.
But
you're just going to be paying
are you willing
overtime.
to pay for it? And often the answer is, no.
We'll delay it 2 months.
I think we're comfortable just rolling into the dedeadline. Also, who the fuck's building office space right now? That's what I want to know.
Honestly.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
Crazy people.
Idiots. Maybe they're just going to turn it into a Bitcoin farm.
Oh, probably.
That's my new hobby.
All right, hit me with it. How deep are you now?
I'm not deep. It's same setup as last week.
Still like gathering as much information as possible.
Yeah, I'm still like learning about shit. I'm still learning like what is Bitcoin.
Yeah, let me know when you figure that one out.
Right? Like, and like all these alternate coins, like it's absolutely wild, and it's above my pay grade, but I'm willing to fucking mine it.
Since you're following it more closely than I, what happened this week that caused the deadline? Wasn't it something to do with mining and like renewable fuels and stuff like that?
Okay, so no, it was Elon Musk. So
again, a motherfucker.
He said that Tesla is, because before he said Tesla would take Bitcoin as payment. Well, he just announced earlier this week that no, they're not going to do it because the mining of Bitcoin, there's a high fossil fuels consumption.
Okay.
And Tesla, being a green company, doesn't want to take the Bitcoin, which is farmed not eco-friendly, I guess.
With renewable resources.
Right? Like the energy costs, since it's all electronics mining Bitcoin, all these farms have huge electricity bills, and which then ends up being fossil fuels, and it's
potentially, I guess. Like if you plug something into the wall here, in Ontario, Canada, we are fully on renewable resources.
Yeah,
they classify nuclear as a renewable resource. Okay. Sure. Oh, that's a weird one, but all right.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard of this thing called nuclear waste, but other than that, I think it's pretty clean. So if you plug in here, all of our energy should come from hydroelectric, like water, solar, wind, nuclear.
Right.
I think they got rid of the last coal-fired plant almost a decade ago.
Jesus.
So in theory, any mining that you do here is eco-friendly, but obviously that is not the case in most of the world. And obviously the developing world, I mean, I know China builds a new coal plant every week.
Yeah.
So, I know India, also rapidly developing country, booming economy. They don't have the infrastructure in place to use the renewable resources as possible, and you still got to keep things moving forward. So that's interesting. I get his logic.
Yeah. So when that happened, everybody started to sell.
Perfect.
And that's when you saw the fucking crazy ass dip.
Excellent. Keep on buying.
But
buy the sell.
I think so he tweeted out about it. And I don't think everybody read the full tweet, because at the bottom of the tweet, Tesla owns $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin.
And they sold zero, I bet.
Yeah. They were not selling any of it.
Yeah. So they plan on doing this.
And then he also...
It's just not happening as fast as everybody thought, probably.
Yeah. And again, like maybe in a few years, Bitcoin doesn't consume so much fossil fuels to mine, and you're hunky dory, and now Tesla and everybody else in the world takes Bitcoin.
Well, if Tesla owns 1.5 billion, do they own 1.5 billion Bitcoins, or they own
No.
That's a dollar value.
Yeah, dollar value.
So they own. I don't even think there's 1.5 billion Bitcoins in the world, is there?
I don't know.
Who knows? We're guessing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Welcome to the show where we guess everything we say.
I don't know how many Bitcoins there are.
If he's not selling, I'd be very curious to see when this dip goes down, how much they have after. They may end up with another couple $100 million worth of Bitcoin.
I would imagine
because you buy
if they're smart, you buy
the dip.
Yeah,
right?
he bought the dip. Now, what a lot of people
can manipulate prices of that shit.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's insane.
But, so here's the funny thing. Yes, okay, maybe he did have an impact on the market, but at the same time, like when Doge dropped, Doge hit an all-time high of like for us, it was like 81 cents Canadian. And so for the people that have been holding it on since it was a penny,
a lot of money.
If not less, even 10 cents, that's 8 times the value. Why wouldn't they sell a huge chunk of their fucking coins?
There's a lot of people that made millions off of Doge.
Yeah. So you got all those people that are selling, and again, large quantities because people bought low, and these so-called whales are selling, and then they just buy back on the dip. Like, and
that's how you make money.
And I'm pretty sure that's what happened with Bitcoin too. Because again, it wasn't at an all-time high. It's been higher before the drop. Like I think it dropped when it was at like,
but it was hovering in like, it was like 69,000 Canadian.
It was up to like 72K. Like it was up in the 70s for a little while.
These are all Canadian dollar values.
Yeah, I don't know the US shit, but But yeah, so like it made sense that these people were selling, or whales that were selling large quantities. And then again, they're buying back in. Like, yeah, sure, Bitcoin dropped. It didn't drop down to fucking $1,000 a coin. It dropped down, yes, but it's gonna
still sitting in the $50,000 range.
Yeah, and I've heard people say it did this shit back in 2018.
Also,
again,
here's the thing:
hit an all-time high.
Yeah.
People sold, then it fucking skyrocketed again.
Here's the thing with Doge is it hit an all-time high at 81 cents.
Yeah.
And it dropped. It's still like 50 cents.
Yeah.
It's still up a huge amount from where it was a couple months ago.
My dad called me. He's like, have you seen the markets today? I'm like, yeah, I've been following it. I'm like, it dropped. I'm like, but if you look at it,
it's still way up.
It's like
infinitely it's exponentially higher.
Yeah. Like,
it was worth a fraction of a penny in January.
Yeah, 2 months ago, this shit was like 10 cents. And it hit.
I got it for less than 10 cents. I can tell you that for sure.
I know you did.
Yeah.
Because we talked about it, and I wish I had gotten
I got in late. I got in like 4 days after the 300%.
I got in late.
Yeah, you got in at 81 cents. Tough luck.
Yeah. Sucks for me.
I got in when it was way late. Because again, I'm barely paying attention to most things. I'm like, oh, there's all right, sure, I'll throw a few bucks at that. And I got in at what it now is like, it's nothing.
Yeah.
But it went up like 300 or 400% before I got in.
Yeah.
And a lot of people thought that was the boom. That's it. It's done.
Yeah, because it's technically what is considered a meme coin. I don't think
it's not anymore.
I don't think Doge is going anywhere.
No, it's not. It's the 4th largest coin now, and it has more money than Toyota, I think.
Yeah,
so it just surpassed some
weird.
Like
it's
massive. I'm pretty sure it was Toyota.
Like, yes, it did start out as a joke,
but it's still crypto.
But it's
still operates in the same fashion.
Yeah, have you heard of the new coin that's coming up?
No,
you can't get it anywhere. You can get it now on Binance, but you have to use like it's like BUSD or whatever. I don't know. You can't buy it with Bitcoin. Like you have to actually like put like US dollars in your account and then buy it that way.
Okay.
But it's called Shiba Inu, and it's on their webpage. They call themselves the Dogecoin killer.
Oh my god.
I've been watching it to see if it'll hit like Bitcoin.
Just what is it at?
Like fractions of a penny.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, maybe I can get in on this one. But it's like in the last like week, it's gone up like 1,000%. It's fucking crazy. You got to do it like all on these different apps to like get yourself in on it.
It's convoluted, and you have to have the time to do it.
Oh, it's crazy.
You got to watch it. And here's the thing about like the conventional stock market. That shit closes at 5. So if you miss something on the day, you don't have to sweat it.
Yeah.
Crypto's 24/7. So if you're missing something, you can go to bed at night, wake up and be like, what totally in the fuck? It.
Yeah.
But again, like
so what I've started doing
think of all the people that bought in at 30, 40, 50 cents.
Mm-hmm.
50, 60, 70,000 for Bitcoin.
Yeah.
They're not going to sell for less than what it's worth. They're going to wait until it comes back up. So that, in a sense, should hold the value to a certain level. Sorry if that sounds really dumb.
Well, look at me. I got in late. I got in when it was in the 60s. I wish I had gotten it. I wish I knew more when I was younger. Like,
we all? Yeah, we all wish we knew more.
You know, like I heard of Bitcoin, but it wasn't something that was really talked amongst, like, I guess, like our friend group or like even people I was like.
Did just one of those things?
Yeah. And again, I don't know. It would have been cool because like I think I would have been a lot deeper into it.
By now.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
With the way I am right now.
Never too late.
No.
As you're proving.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I mentioned this before. I don't know if I mentioned it off camera or on thing, but I'll tell it again. I was working up north. I wasn't even licensed yet. So this is well, I know how much Bitcoin was worth. So whatever date this was in history, it was worth $10,000 a coin. Okay. And this is when it was like raging and people were like, $10,000 for Bitcoin. Like, what insane. The fucking crazy. Yeah. And I didn't know what Bitcoin was. I'm like, it seems like a lot.
Yeah.
For made up money. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know it's not, but obviously.
Yeah.
And there was a apprentice I was working with, and he had 2 buddies that split 1 Bitcoin, and it was at 10 grand.
Jesus.
And I thought, like, just in the back of my mind, just because I didn't get it, and it's me being ignorant, I'm like, fuck, that seems like a pretty dumb idea. Like, because it was like, it was on this steady trajectory. Like, they bought it at the peak.
Yeah.
And
they bought it at the all-time high.
All-time high, never going to be higher. And then shortly after they bought it, I remember just because he mentioned, and I never really had thought about Bitcoin in my life up until then.
Yeah.
And then so I just like would occasionally, like every couple months, check the price, and it always seemed to hover like around like the $6,000 or $7,000 mark.
Yeah.
I'm like, these poor fuckers, like they bought it.
They just lost money.
They lost money. Hopefully they stick it out. I mean, they probably sold that coin when it came back around to 10 grand. It's like, fuck, I don't know if it's ever going to be higher. Let's just get the fuck out. Or hopefully they hung on and they
fuck.
Who knows, man?
So after looking into it, it's like, I don't know why. Like, if somebody came up to me and they're like, you want to split a Bitcoin or any coin, let's say the coin's $200, I would just tell them, go put in $100 of your money into your account.
You can buy
on your own. You don't need you don't need to split it with anybody.
Yeah.
But I guess like if the one guy's kind of a
I think they wanted to hold one.
They want one fucking coin.
One solid coin.
Okay.
I guess
that's kind of cool, but at the end of the day, what if one dude wants to sell?
Also, I know that's the problem, right? I also didn't even realize up until a couple months ago that you could buy fractions of a coin. I thought you always had to buy one coin at a time.
Yeah.
That's how fucking stupid I am.
Makes sense that you like should be able to buy like fractions of a coin.
Well, if you want to use it as, well, I mean, just look at the dollar, right?
Yeah.
You can buy something for 5 cents.
Yeah.
It's a fraction of a dollar. It makes total sense as to why you can buy and
not
sell.
Everything's a fucking solid dollar.
Same thing as before when the gold standard was in, you would chip off a piece of your gold brick and give it to somebody. How much does it weigh? You know, you're not selling. Yeah. You don't have to buy and sell the entire.
I've only got one brick.
Sorry, bro. That's it. I got 28 ounces of gold. That's all I got. Can you trade me? Like it makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense.
But again, in my stupid mind.
Yeah, mine too.
I think you can only buy and sell one of those at a time. Like, fuck, of course you can't, you idiot.
Yeah. And like, it's pretty wild because like, again, Bitcoin is is the one coin. Mm-hmm. Like that is the primary coin. But then you now have
rule them all.
Yeah, now you have Ethereum, which is making its move. People are saying it's going to be 10K by the end of the year. We'll see. It's all speculation.
I hope it doesn't, just so I don't shoot myself in the head.
Buy the dip. It's down right now. It's under 4K.
But it's double what I had it at.
Oh, shit.
That's my point.
Yeah. No, I hear that. Yeah, it's tough.
Mm-hmm. It's so interesting though. Like
I'm into it, and I don't have a shit ton of money into crypto. That it's not like I need my life savings to to do this.
Yeah, you're not sweating it.
Yeah, like it is what it is. Like Audrey asked me the other night. She's like, "So what's your plan?" I'm like, I don't know. See where it goes. Like if I double my money or more, then like I'll take some shit out. If I can get my money back, perfect. And then I'll leave whatever else.
Is this on the
there.
mining aspect?
No, just generally
Okay.
with like crypto mining. That's fucking free money.
Yeah, it's
Literally.
Sounds like a scam. I asked CJ just like before. I mean, and you should probably just update. I mean, you don't have to tell the amount that you've gotten, but you have received. You have money in your bank account.
In a wallet. I have it. I can't take it out because you can only transfer
X amount at a
it's
time.
It's like 0.001 of a coin
of a Bitcoin.
Yeah, and
which is how much? Roughly?
It's roughly like $100.
Okay.
With at the amount of.
So it kind of just goes into like an account in escrow until you get to a certain point, and then you can cash out.
It's not even like. So again, it doesn't matter if the coin, like, let's say I get to 0.001 of a coin.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter if it's worth 2 cents or $4,000. I can't transfer it out until I have
that amount
0.001 of a coin.
Got it.
And then I can transfer out, and then from there I'll transfer it to one of my other wallets.
Cool.
Because this company's through the States, I don't know if they'll transfer it straight to my bank account.
That is the other thing with crypto is the amount of like different apps and accounts you have to
especially
to move
here.
Shit around. Here it's tough.
States I think is a lot easier. Like
I think you can do it right on that Robinhood app that ripped everyone off on the GameStop.
Robinhood. I would never go Robinhood.
I agree 100%. I'm just saying I believe you can buy and sell crypto right on that app.
Yeah,
but also
you can
fuck
buy
them
and sell
because
on
they
Binance.
manipulated that whole GameStop thing and fucked everybody over. So
you can buy and sell on Binance. It's just harder for us in Canada
because you have to then transfer. You have to buy Bitcoin first and then transfer it into there.
Yeah.
If you want, well, I mean, you could buy it straight out in USD through Binance if you wanted to, but we're going to lose in the exchange rate. So there's another app.
Yeah, there's some other crazy shit you have to do. So I use Binance to do all my altcoin stuff. And then I just leave everything else in ShakePay. It's fucking wild though. There's so much shit. And it's like, because I looked into that Shiba Inu. SHIB.
Here's the thing though.
SHIB on all the, like, that's their short form or
by
whatever.
the time you find out about it, you've already missed it.
Yeah, by the time I can fucking buy it.
You missed the boat.
It's now available on Binance, but again, you have to buy it with US dollars or other shit because it's
Bitcoin's not backing it up.
Yeah, it's a meme coin, so they're not. You got to put in fucking your actual money, even though Bitcoin's actual money. But yeah, it's fucking crazy.
I gave $100 a few years ago to a crypto startup here. It turned out to be a scam.
Nice.
And I knew it was a scam the entire time.
And you did it anyways.
And I was just there, and it's just like you feel this obligation. You're like, okay, here's a couple $100, and then
nothing.
I mean, you can pull up the website right now. It's there, but I don't know how you access your money, how you sell it, how you do it. I don't even think it's real. It's just
there. Have you made money? Well, you can't see your wallet.
Fucking idea, dude. Like it's
weird. Man.
Well, this is the problem. Is they like I get this. So the same guy that his buddies bought one singular Bitcoin. This is the exact same time. He's like, how much do you know about crypto? I'm like, honestly, I know.
Dude, you could have $1 million right now and you don't know about it.
I know I don't. It's embarrassing, this story, but whatever. Fuck it. I'm human. Everyone makes mistakes. So he's like, how much do you know about crypto? I'm like, nothing. He's like, well, I know these couple guys. He wasn't like in on the scam. He was just like letting me know, like doing me a favor, like heads up. There's good ground roots opportunity here.
Yeah. You could get in at the ground floor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he's like, go to this meeting, whatever, go check it out. No obligation. And it was true. Like, so we drove over there. It was like Tuesday night, went and sat through the world's shittiest PowerPoint presentation.
Nice.
Which was the first giveaway. It was like, this is
terrible.
It seemed like like as soon as you get there, it was like a scam from the beginning because there was like the swanky business guy, and then there was like the smooth talking founder, and then there was like 3 or 4 characters, and they were characters out of a movie.
Really?
And so I'm sitting there, and it's easy. People are gonna go, oh, you fucking didn't know it was a scam at the time. I promise you, I did. We spoke about it. We looked at each other a couple times during the presentation. We're like, the fuck is this?
It's
like
a fucking scam.
This is fucking stupid as shit. And then it's like, there was like this little like 3% little inkling in the back of my mind, like, well, what if it isn't? I got $100. Sure, here.
That $100 could be 1,000.
Yeah, but
or more.
But that's why I'm a fucking dummy, because you know that gut feeling thing? You should always trust it.
100%.
And also, here's the thing, and I'm sure people were looking around thinking the same thing about me, but I'm sitting in this room, I'm looking around, I'm like, it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of fucking bright people in this room, myself included.
It's all idiots.
Well, it's all people that think they're getting in on a good deal, and that's exactly how fucking scams work. You get a bunch of fucking dimwits in a room, and you're like, hey, like, this is a good idea. You've heard of Bitcoin yet? Yeah, oh yeah, I've heard of it. That thing is worth 10.
Next, worth
$10. This could be. I mean, we're gonna do this. Look at our terrible presentation.
Yeah.
In like some fucking. This is the other thing too. It was in an industrial plaza out by the airport, and you had to go upstairs, and it was like unit 4 of like 10 on the floor, and you go into unit 4.
Cost them $50 to rent.
We thought we were in the wrong fucking place because we know the name of the coin was this, and we go in, and there's like, it's like Adam's supplements, or it's like some like protein shake or like juice or something like that.
Oh my God.
All over the door and all over the thing.
Yeah,
so
they
like,
literally rented a space for like $50.
Or that was their last scam that they were pulling, where they were fucking
and they just
pyramid.
They didn't fucking take it down.
Exactly, some fucking pyramid scam that they were running before. Because like there's always like those multi-level, very loosely, marketing scams that they always use them for like protein powders or like juice cleanses and shit.
Or vitamins.
Exactly. So
your next fucking big thing.
Buy $8,000 worth now. You get 2 a year, buddies. They buy $8,000. You got $16,000.
Oh my God, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's
get in on the ground floor.
Exactly, scam, right? So either they just rented this fucking shitty place probably for the night because they had a fucking projector.
Yeah,
and they could plug in their shitty USB card that they made the hour before this stupid fucking thing. And it was probably just the office of the next scam. So we fucking literally gave him $100. I could, if I really wanted to dig into it, I could go back. But there was 2 guys there, and I guess they fancied them like they were the smartest idiots in the room.
Yeah,
you know, because obviously all of us sit. The fact that I even went there on a Tuesday night out by the airport tells you how fucking stupid I am. Like the fact I even like gave it a chance. I should have just walked away. But dude, there was people lined up with thousands of dollars. Like they thought they hit the fucking gold mine, and.
It's scary, man.
I know I'm fucking stupid, and I know how I look. I'm wearing a tie-dye shirt and I have long fucking
hair.
You
look like a hockey player.
I look like a fucking idiot.
It's crazy.
I get it. I am, right? But I'm not that stupid. You know, I'd like to think I have some street smarts. And there was people in there that were just like
throwing money.
They were fucking, this is my retirement. And they didn't look like they had 2 nickels to fucking rub together and like, here we go.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck.
Idiots.
This is a bad idea. But then again, I still like, fuck. Why not? We came all this way.
Yeah. But
part of the reason was we drove out there.
Yeah.
And then we literally gave them, and then we got in the car and we just like
both looked at each other like
just laughed the whole way home. How fucking dumb we were. How dumb everyone else in that room was. How dumb the fucking people were. Like the people that were running the scam weren't even that fucking convincing. Like it was like
they didn't sell it. Yeah.
Instantaneous. You could tell like these fucking.
They don't even believe in their own shit.
No, it was
fucked.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Don't get caught up in scams, kids.
I almost got scammed. I got called by, it literally said UPS, whatever. Maybe I might have just said UPS.
On your
cell phone.
Okay.
And this was like a couple months ago. I'm like, I don't think I ordered anything, but whatever. And I answered, and it was like, it wasn't one of the like, it was a automated message.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, kind of makes sense. And then I'm like, I don't think I've ordered anything. Gave me like the shipping number, everything. Wrote it all down. I'm like, okay, let me type this in. So I go in on UPS. I'm like, at first I called like pretty much everybody that lives at my house.
You order a package?
I'm like, did you order a package and like ship it to me? Like you hit the wrong like saved address. Yeah. You hit the wrong like saved address, and you hit mine, and now it's calling me instead of you.
Yeah, basically deal with your shit.
So I go on thing, and it's not there, and then I look up the number that called me, and it's like UPS scam number. I'm like,
oh, your phone gave you the details.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, perfect. Fuck these guys.
What's wrong?
No, I'm fine. Bad for your health.
I got one of those UPS things around Christmas time, and they use your name now. Like, you know those text messages you get?
Yeah.
It's like, please verify your RBC bank account. It's like, well, I'm not a part of RBC or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? So you delete those right away. And I got one that was your package shipping details require an updating. And I just looked at it, and it said it was like IPS, but it looked like at a glance like UPS, and I knew it was a scam. And I held it, and I just like previewed the thing without actually opening it. And it was like International Postal Service. It was like, but it was all set up to look exactly like UPS.
Yeah.
As if UPS would let International Postal Service take their exact same colors, same logo, and all that stuff without there being some sort of lawsuit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
But it said, Chris, please update your shipping address for this package.
It is a popular name. They could have just guessed right.
I've had a couple more with my name since. Yeah, this isn't like I'm gonna say 3 total from this first one.
Okay.
So 3 including that one. But yeah, Chris is a common name. I can't imagine that. I mean, maybe they just send Chris and then they just go through the phone book.
Hope for it.
But most likely, I mean, how are they getting my phone number? They're getting it through some sort of data, right?
Yeah.
So like if I signed up for a Kijiji ad once upon a time, Chris, here's my phone number.
Yeah.
Well, Kijiji and all these companies, they sell your data all the time. So for a scamming company to go along and purchase 12,000 names and numbers, just phone numbers and first names, no personal information.
Yeah.
Then they can send you out a bunch of phishing emails.
Yeah.
Or text messages. Man, they're fucking clever bastards.
I got 3 text messages back to back, like within seconds of each other. All the same shit. Your Scotiabank thing, like, we're trying to send you $87. Please update your shit or click on the link to accept or whatever. Literally 3 back to back, all different. Came from an email too. Wasn't even a phone number.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fuck these guys. I don't even have a bank account here.
Yeah.
I have yet to get a scam with the bank I'm at.
So have I. It's always been like a Scotia or an RBC. It's never been the one I'm a member of.
Oh, see? Like, mine's different. Mine's like TD, Scotia. It's all the other ones.
It's all the ones that you're not a member of.
Yeah. And it's like, you guys are idiots. You can't even get my fucking bank right.
They getting somebody's bank right.
I'll never sign up for Scotiabank because I'm going to get scammed.
Yeah. I'm going to go up by the airport and give some fucking stranger $100 cash. And then it's the next Bitcoin.
I'm going to put $100 in this fucking Shiba Inu when I can. Fuck it.
Are you going in?
Yeah.
I'm going deep.
$100. A night out, since I can't have a night out. That's how I looked at
way to look at it.
That's how I looked at my like crypto investments. Pretty much a night out.
Of beer. Yeah, whatever.
A night out at the bar.
Sure.
Haven't had a night out at the bar in over a year.
Nope.
So, here it goes.
Sure.
No Uber Eats for this week. Because it's not a night out anymore. It's now Uber Eats.
Let's Uber Eats in.
Yeah.
Before you used to take an Uber to go out, now you take an Uber to eat in.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
All the Uber drivers stopped doing Uber and switched to Eats.
I don't think they were making any money doing it. People stopped taking Ubers.
100%.
There's no one
People
going
stopped taking taxis.
Yeah, I mean,
like I always worry about I don't worry about him, but I always wonder like what our guy used to do, like what he's doing now.
And he's probably fucked.
You know?
Yeah. Shout out to Ali.
Yeah, fuck.
Great dude. But he'd been in the taxi game a long time. Hopefully he's out.
Yeah, hopefully he's out, but yeah, he was such a good dude, man. That guy would that guy would literally pick us up anywhere unless he absolutely couldn't.
Yeah, he would move hell or high water to be there. And even if he was going to be an hour, like, if you can wait an hour, I'll
be there. If not, let me know.
Yeah.
And sometimes we'd be like,
nice this time, or are you good?
Nah, fuck it. I'm just going to have a little more anyways. Yeah. Anyway, so back to this Bitcoin shit, because like it's pretty fucking wild. So there's 2 ways you can pretty much mine it that are like your best bang for your buck. You got your GPU mining, which is like a video card for a computer.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, just because I got one in my gaming PC. Or you can get what is called like this ASIC machine, ASIC. Now, you can build everything for the GPU stuff except for the GPU. They're like, you can't find them because of all the miners buying them up. And if you're trying to get like a gaming computer or you're trying to build a computer, you're better off just going to like one of these pre-built sites like iBuyPower, NZXT, Lenovo, HP, and buying a computer from them because they have their suppliers and they have a supply of GPUs that they get that they can build these machines. But yeah, if you're trying to build your own, like I did a few years ago, good luck.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and you were just doing it to game.
Yeah, this wasn't even like to fucking like mine Bitcoin. But yeah, you literally can't buy these GPUs, and these ASIC miners are just as bad. Can't even fucking find them.
As far as like supply goes,
yeah, they're sold out. Like I've found a couple. Like we talked about the Helium coin and mining that. All of those, it's like earliest in the fall, and everybody's saying like by the fall it could be like what they're considering like to be like a cold winter, or I don't know what the fuck they called it, but some people are saying that is when you'll see the market kind of stabilize and you'll see a lot of movement, whether it's going to be all red or some things going red and other things going green to like kind of even out and get set back on track, because sooner or later it's got to happen.
It's got to flatten.
Sooner or later.
Volatile, as they say.
That, or you might just see like, for example, like Bitcoin, like pretty much flatline. Like let's say like 70K. It'll just bounce up and down
hang
from
around,
there. Yeah.
Plus or minus 10,000, which is not a whole lot in the grand scheme of things.
No. And then you'll see like Ethereum maybe go up to 10K and then just flatline there.
Got it.
And maybe like the Binance coin or one of these other coins go up there and get closer to Bitcoin, but not.
Binance has its own coin?
Yeah, Binance has its own.
Is that worth off the top of your head? Do you know?
$600, something like that.
Oh, fuck.
That was the last time I looked. It could be lower. I haven't really looked since it all went red because I didn't want to see any of it. Now, I will say I did get in one coin, and it was the only coin to go green this entire week.
Congratulations.
Where everything else went red.
CJ's obviously keeping that one close to his chest.
I'll tell you about it later.
Tell me after.
Yeah, I will. Might be too late, though.
Again, if I'm just hearing about it now, I'm guaranteeing you it's too late.
No.
I hear about shit weeks after it happens.
So
like, oh my God, this just happened. Be like, that's old news.
Like,
oh,
so
fuck. Who knew?
I definitely got into shit late. But again, I'm in it for the long haul. Like I wasn't investing my money to see a quick turnaround. I wasn't expecting the money I was putting in to come back next week to be quadrupled or even doubled for that matter.
No.
I put my money in.
It's not how you invest in
things.
Because
after like reading and watching a shit ton of other smarter people than I am talk about Bitcoin and all this cryptocurrency, I do think this is going to be a currency like this is going to be the next like
future.
Yeah. Like we'll have, instead of credit cards with like Visa or like your bank, RBC, TD, Scotiabank, you'll have a card with like Binance that has your coin on it. And sure, okay, not every coin you'll be able to buy shit with, but you'll be able to go and pay for dinner with Bitcoin or vehicles, or maybe it'll just be larger transactions, but
yeah, it's coming. It's definitely coming.
It's definitely coming.
Because I believe after Tesla said that they were going to take Bitcoin, I think PayPal jumped on board.
They might take Dogecoin now instead of Bitcoin.
Who?
Tesla. That was he tweeted out. He's like, "Would you like to see Tesla take Dogecoin?"
Man,
it didn't move after that tweet. So I consider Elon. There's in my mind,
and this is very generalistic, but I like to play that way because it's fun.
Yeah.
There's two types of billionaires in the world. You have Bruce Waynes, who go out at nighttime as Batman and fight crime.
Yeah.
And believe in the good of humanity and try to rectify it as best possible. And then you have Lex Luthors, who go and try to kill Superman. You know what I mean? With their billions of dollars. You know what I mean? Like they use their billions to fucking
fuck over everybody.
Develop, like create fucking some super weapon to destroy humanity.
Yeah.
And Superman comes around and ruins it, so I'm just gonna fucking have to kill Superman.
Yeah.
There's Bruce Wayne's, there's Lex Luthor's out there. At least that's how my stupid brain likes to operate with it. I think that Elon's a Bruce Wayne. I think generally he actually cares about the betterment of humanity.
Yeah, 100%.
He likes to fuck around a lot. He says some shit that people don't agree with, but whatever.
Yeah.
Fucking, again, turn it off. Don't listen.
Yeah.
If you don't like it. But I mean, if you look at all the projects he's involved in, he's not involved in any Lex Luthor type of shit. Like SpaceX he's trying to get internet to people that don't have internet in the world.
Dude.
Rural communities, third world nations, developing nations.
I hope that thing fucking takes off.
The Starlink's already up. You can see them in the sky.
I know they're already up, but I hope the progress of them happens faster than their plan. Because again, if it does work and it works phenomenally, I can't even talk anymore. Then think of our place, our cottage.
Yep.
It's
$150 a month.
I was me and Audrey were gonna move up there during this whole COVID shit. But it's like you can't get internet. Mm-hmm. And if you do, it's gonna be
fortune.
You can get 25 megabytes download, 10 upload, 100 megabytes or 100 gigabytes usage per month, and it's going to take 6 to 8 months to install.
That's a very...
I said, see you later.
See ya.
I'm out.
But with Starlink, you put up your own satellite dish. They ship it to you.
Yep.
You sign up for $150 US a month, and where your cottage is, where you can't get internet, you can now get legitimate
fucking gigabyte internet.
Yeah, it's an amazing thing, and that's
huge.
And also, people are gonna go, "Oh, well, he's making money." Well, of course he's making money, but
idiots.
The thing is that he could be making money doing a million different things. He doesn't have to be making money trying to get internet to fucking people in the middle of nowhere.
In the fucking boonies.
And that's not just North America. That's all over the planet. He wants to do
everywhere.
This. Everywhere. He wants you to be able to have access because he believes that information can free mankind to a certain extent. You know what I mean?
To a certain extent.
Of course, there's different levels of that.
To the brain frequencies of the individual.
So he's got Starlink, right? He's got SpaceX because he believes that human beings should expand beyond Earth so that we can keep the species going. So he literally cares about the longevity of the species.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm not spending my time caring about the longevity.
We're not trying to get to Mars.
I got one species in my living room right now. I care about him. I hope he keeps on moving forward. But beyond that, I got tunnel vision.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at the broad picture. Right?
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
Thank God he is. Right.
Yeah.
So he's got that. He's got Tesla because he believes that energy should be renewable and that we're using an outdated system. We should move in the future.
100%.
Those are all good things.
Yeah.
None of that shit's Lex Luthor stuff.
No.
So, but then I do believe he fucks around with the prices of Doge and Bitcoin because he can. And again, he's a smart fucking businessman. So
I also
the
think
fact that he can move markets that are this large by 10, 20, 15% over a tweet or one little throwaway meme or a joke.
Yeah.
He holds a lot of power in his hands, and that ultimately is a lot of money. So again, when you see Tesla say, you were saying they have 1.5 billion.
Yeah.
They're not going to take it, but they're not selling either.
Yeah.
So it's a business at the end of the day. So
I also think it's
don't believe he's not buying a ton of Bitcoin right now.
Oh, yeah.
Every cent
him
goes
as
down.
an individual, he has probably bought a shit ton of Bitcoin this past week.
Or he's doing it through his company or whatever.
Whatever. He's accumulating Bitcoin somehow, some way.
Good for him.
Yeah, and he should.
Yeah, power to you.
Because again, he does believe in cryptocurrency. But I think it's also so many individuals have gotten into Bitcoin because, again, how many people wouldn't know about Doge if he hadn't pumped it up over the few months?
Mm-hmm.
Same with Bitcoin. If he never, so there's all these new people getting into Bitcoin and Doge, and then when he goes out to say shit that he says, or
he's making
Tesla's not gonna take it anymore. You get all these scaredy cats that are like, oh, I gotta fucking sell right now.
The last thing you should
and they
do.
sell. And then again, on top of that, you have the whales that are like, this is a great opportunity.
Yeah.
We should sell our Bitcoin because we're making money right now. If
you're fucking around with crypto for like a couple hundred, a couple thousand, and you're not doing it as like any sort of like long-term investment and you're trying to like play it like the stock market.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, then maybe you'd sell at that point. Or like your whales were like, I have a shitload of Bitcoin. Yeah. It's at an all-time high. Sell it because I'm going to go right off in the sunset and fucking power to you.
I'm fucking out. I'm retiring. I'm
with you 100%.
I don't give a fuck.
This shit's too stressful. Yeah. I can't even believe I hung on to 70,000. What the fuck was I doing? I should have sold at 10,000. I'm fucking crazy.
I got 10,000 coins. I'm out.
Yeah. But I mean, power to you. Fucking have at it. But like, if you're just dicking around, I think he's also, you throw a couple $100 in, you throw $1,000 in. If he can get more people onto Bitcoin, which I think he believes is the future. I think most people believe is the future. And if a lot of shit I've read from a lot of people that actually understand this and are smart tend to think that's the way they're going. And there's a compelling argument, which I can't even repeat because it's fucking like the information goes in.
Yeah.
I can read it, but it
stays there.
Some things come in, like,
but you can't read.
If you want to talk about dinosaurs a little bit, I can talk about that.
Yeah.
But like, I can't take any of this in and you'd be like, well, actually, the Bitcoin.
Yeah.
No, I'm fucking out of my.
I'm with you on that because everybody goes, what's Bitcoin?
I don't know. Or even if you do know, you can't explain it. Like, you personally.
Like my dad he asked me like, so what are you doing? Like mining it and shit. I go, honestly, like my computer's solving a math equation and when it solves it, I get rewarded in Bitcoin. That's all I know. Don't.
It sounds so fake.
It really does. It is if it is a scam, it is the greatest scam of all time.
Because they sent you money.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so funny. Like, I'm sure your dad too, because I love your dad.
I think he's done a lot more research since I started.
So I was going to say,
he probably knows more than both of us.
Your dad is an extremely smart man.
Yeah.
And he has done extremely well for himself. And he's been involved in business for a long time.
Yeah.
But that said, he comes from old school business.
Yeah.
Where you have stock options and you have golden parachutes and you have these sort of conventional things. So when his son comes along and is like, he's like, so what are you doing? You're like, oh, okay. So like, I just plug in my
free money.
I plug in my computer and it gives me free money. He's like, that doesn't exist, son.
Yeah.
Like that you're lying.
You're a fucking
You're getting
idiot.
scammed. Did you give them your credit card number?
Are they in your computer right now doing illegal things?
How does this work? But then your dad's also the type of person would just turn around tomorrow, read everything there is to know about Bitcoin because he also comes from a tech background.
Yeah.
He understands this shit.
I think he does. I'd like to hope.
I'm pretty sure your dad understands a lot more than you and I.
Debatable.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right?
No, I know where you're getting.
I bet you he can regurgitate it better than you and I.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Way smarter than I am.
Yeah. So, but it's cool to see him like be like, all right, I'll bite. Because he's obviously open-minded, like, okay, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and he, again, being with, like, a huge company and having stock options and all this fucking shit.
And by the way, the huge company he was with is one of the largest computer companies to ever exist and to continue to exist.
Yeah, so...
And he started out selling the information where you had to know how computers operated in order to sell them to people.
Yeah.
Because it was the 70s. And what the fuck's a computer?
He told me some funny-ass shit, like, when they were... Because he started out in sales, so like when they were like trying to sell this shit, there was a couple guys that would have like it's almost like a video recording of like the whole thing like working.
Okay.
Because like every once in a while, like it just wouldn't work.
The computer?
Yeah. Okay. Whether it was like the actual computer, and they were like, look at how fast this loads. There was like some little trick they would do to make it like be like that much faster. And then, like, it actually wasn't.
I
fucking
see.
Like, he was telling me that as the years goes on, little stories come out like this. Like,
there's also another thing about salesmen. They're slippery.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
It was hilarious.
I'm
like, you guys are fucking, like, good on you. Because, like, it was all, like, it wasn't illegal what they were doing. It wasn't in, like, oh, if you do this, when you're trying to sell whatever.
It wasn't necessarily a lie either. It was just kind of a little bit of, but just, I mean.
It's a little trick of the trade.
Just because the camera glitched out for a second.
Yeah.
When we were recording it.
Yeah.
And we just didn't fix it. I didn't even know that it glitched out. I just thought that
it kept going.
It was that little microscopic bastard.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, salesmen can be slippery. My grandfather, he was a salesman for life. Still He's 85 years old and still technically
Still trying to sell you shit, eh?
Still trying to sell condoms, doing nothing. So, and he talks like one. Like you've met him a couple times.
I've met him a couple of times. Yeah.
He's a character and a half. But he started out selling sewing machines.
Oh shit!
When he was like 20 years old, maybe younger.
Yeah.
Door-to-door sewing machine salesman.
Fuck.
Like, because that used to be a job because a lot of
that's crazy.
Sorry,
to
not a
think
lot.
Of.
Women didn't work back then.
Yeah.
So you would go along, you talk to knock on a door. Most households owned a sewing machine.
Yeah.
Is yours broken? Is it in need of repair? Do you need a new one?
Do you need one faster, better?
Exactly.
Takes a thicker
thread, thinner thread, whichever you prefer.
Whatever you want.
I got everything you need. So
do you want a long thread? Do you want a short thread?
So I was asking.
Mine's personally big and thick.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a bit of that too. It was the 50s. So I was asking him one time, like we were having a couple of drinks and I was shooting the shit with him a couple of years back. I'm like, so explain to me this fucking like, how do you sell a sewing machine? He's like, well, it was actually pretty easy. So you'd knock on the door. Homeowner comes.
Yeah, and back then everybody answered the door.
And everybody was home.
Yep.
So you knock on the door. Hey, are you need a new sewing machine? No, not right now. But you know what? Since you're here, mine's kind of acting up. Do you do repairs? Yeah, okay, we do repairs. Come in and take a look. So what he would do is he'd go in and look at that, and if the machine was acting in a certain way, you go, okay, well, first of all, your bobulator's gone. That's a $15 repair. Now I'm looking at it. Your Zobulator's starting to go.
Yeah.
This is verbatim what he's saying. Your Zobulator's starting to go. So that's
all
another
made up parts.
There's another $7-8 right there. So right now you're looking at $17, $20, $22 just to repair this older unit. But right now I got one in my my car for $30, brand new, 10 years newer.
Yeah,
out the door. Here you go.
A lifetime.
And so that's how you would kind of sell them. And it makes sense because if you have, it's like a car. Sometimes cars aren't worth putting the money into.
Yep.
So you just sell it for what it is and pick up something.
Run it into the ground and
sell something new.
Yep.
Right. So, and then I'm like, what the fuck's a Zobulator? He's like, I don't know. I made it up.
Nice.
Yeah. So again, salesmen are slippery.
Good on them.
Yeah. Fucking crooks.
They are. 100%. Fuck, man. Yeah. No.
What's a Zobulator? I still don't know.
Yeah. It's still don't know much about a sewing machine, but I know how to sell one.
Mm-hmm. He owns an old fucking Singer sewing machine that he was trying to sell to me, but the fucking bobulator is broken on it.
Yeah, the bobulator is gone on it.
There's something broken on it. I'm like, is it the bobulator? You're trying to fucking like, I've been scammed once before, pal. Not going down this road. Oh my God.
That's too fucking funny, man.
Yeah. Do you want to do Chris Predicts? You want to keep rolling?
Yeah, let's do Chris Predicts, but I kind of want to talk about the fights last night.
I do too. So I figured we would kind of
hit it on the end
or lead into it.
Okay, let's talk about the fights because I want to talk about the fights.
Yeah.
Who was the first weird fight was
this is
Barboza?
UFC 262, by the way.
Was Barboza, and like the knockout hit him like late.
And Burgos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Burgos was the boxer, right? Burgos lost.
He lost.
I was really liking that guy at the start. I loved his fighting style. He was like just straight up boxer.
He ate a ton of leg kicks and didn't seem to affect him at all.
No,
it's crazy.
He ate a couple good fucking right hands.
Yeah, he was tough. It was a good fight.
Hit him in the end, but yeah, I just loved his fighting style. He was phenomenal. But that was a crazy knockout, man. Like, or TKO. Like, hit him late. The guy got hit with a right hand, like overhand right.
Was it over? Yeah.
Yeah, because he threw a jab or whatever, and it came over top of his jab.
Just above the ear near the temple.
Yeah, and he was like...
Still standing there, bobbing and weaving.
Fucking poker face the shit out of it. And then next thing you know, he just started stumbling backwards. Like, his body just like gave out. Like, watching the replay, and Joe or somebody...
It was DC, I think.
Yeah.
Said, watch his eyes. Watch his eyes.
Watch his eyes. Like,
they're gone.
He's so confused, though.
Yeah.
He's like, what is happening?
Because all of a sudden he starts stumbling backwards. Like, why am I falling backwards?
Yeah, why am I going backwards? Why am I going backwards?
Happened?
And then, boom, hits the floor, out. And, like, out.
Yeah. Like,
fucking
unconscious.
Wild. Like, I've
never seen anything like that before.
Never. Didn't even think, like...
That was possible.
Yeah. Unless, like, unless he was out and like, you know when like you go out but like you're still there.
I've never been really knocked unconscious before. I don't think.
Trying to like
where what it reminds me of is the only time I've ever seen anything comparable to that is in the movies. You know, in the movies where like dude gets shot right through the chest
and he's still
and
fucking moving.
And he like stands there for a second and like looks down, then looks up, looks at his bloody hand, and then he collapses and dies.
Yeah.
That is kind of how this fight was. He gets punched in the head. He's standing there for a second or two, and then all of a sudden he just starts falling backwards and collapses unconscious. And
it was fucking
and
wild.
it happened in a long enough break for anyone who didn't watch it and is curious what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah.
Happened a long enough break where like everyone watching was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Because if you watched it, it was almost like the dude took the most intentional dive to fix a fight ever. It was just like the strangest thing. It's like, why did he just fall down? He didn't even get hit. He was just standing there.
Yeah.
He got jabbed. Okay, I saw that, but that was 2 seconds ago. He's fine. He's standing there bopping and weaving. And he was. Until he was stumbling backwards, unconscious.
His body was just like, I'm out.
So weird.
Yeah, it really was weird. It was a great fucking fight, but yeah, never seen that happen before.
That was a really good fight, followed up by like 4 like pretty mediocre fights, and then the last fight
was that the first fight?
First fight of the main card. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Start off with
the women's fight was really good. I enjoyed it.
Did you?
Yeah. The last round not so much. The one girl tuckered herself out in the first round.
Oh yeah, she gassed.
She had her in the.
And the other girl pieced her up. Like it was good fighting.
Do you think she tapped? Caitlyn tapped?
No. I think she was reaching for her hand.
You do?
Yeah, like
I could see it both ways.
Watching it live, I thought she tapped.
So did I. I saw it like happen. I'm like, yo, she just tapped.
I thought
she grabbed her hand.
But she also did it in that same sequence. Before they didn't talk about this on the broadcast, but watching it live. So the first time I saw her tap, I thought she tapped, but it was like a split second, then nothing happened. She kept moving and doing her thing. Then she did it again, like 30 seconds later, while they were still in that grappling sequence.
Yeah.
She did it again, reaching for her hands. So she actually did it twice
that
I saw.
Okay.
But they only spoke about the first one where because she had it tight. But the other time she did it, she wasn't in anything. They were just kind of like moving for position. And she moved her hand in a way where it looked like she tapped. I'm like, fuck, I thought she tapped again.
Yeah.
So no, I don't. I think.
Okay. I don't think she did either.
Yeah.
But like, if it did get called, I could have seen it get called there, but it didn't.
Yeah. Thankfully it didn't because there's enough questionable stoppages at times. So thankfully that wasn't even a conversation.
Last night's fights, and I didn't watch the prelims.
Neither did I.
The stoppage, the refs were phenomenal.
They were great.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Because again, I could have seen the last fight, Charles versus Chandler. I could have seen that one. I thought Charles lost in the first round.
Oliveira was. I thought he was done.
I thought the ref was going to stop it for sure.
And I think he could have. I think he had a argument that he could have. I think he could have stopped it.
Yeah.
And people watching the replay would have gone, yeah, okay.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
But yeah,
but that's the thing with good refs. You got to recognize the moment. This isn't a 3-round prelim fight. This isn't this isn't a co-feature on the main event.
Yeah.
This is for the lightweight championship. These guys are both in their first title fight in the UFC. You got to give a guy you got to let a guy almost go out, and I know you got to protect the fighters.
Yeah.
And I'm all for that.
Yeah.
But a good ref.
It's like the playoffs kind of. Got to be a little less harsh.
We can talk about the NHL playoffs in a minute. I saw a dude punch a man in the face. I saw the Capitals Boston highlights the other day.
Oh, really?
And there was a dude came in and literally punched a guy in the face.
And nothing happened?
TJ Oshie got punched in the face and there wasn't a call.
Okay. When I mean a little more lenient, I mean like...
But that's where it goes.
If the guy gives you a little like hook in the arm, like just a little fucking tap, it's like, okay, let it slide. Like it's whatever.
But the problem is they let everything go. And then the players take it into their own hands.
Policing themselves. So let's get back on the fights.
Yeah.
Or else we're not going to finish the fights. I saw Chris's brain switch right over to hockey, and I knew we weren't going to get back to the fights. And I know let's finish the fights. We'll do the predictions.
ADD is a real disease.
Then we'll talk about the fucking NHL.
I'm with you.
And then the other two fights, I wasn't like crazy.
No, they weren't
over the top with. Like, I wasn't surprised Ferguson lost.
No,
I think he's
He's
I
run
think
his
he's
race,
done.
I
I
think.
thought he was
Yeah.
going to retire after that fight. Like, I thought he was going to talk to Joe and be like, "This was my last fight. I'm done."
he's tough as fuck.
Dude, when the guy said he heard his ankle pop, and he continued to like he didn't tap.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
You could even see how
You
much
could see
pain.
he was like, ah.
Yeah, he was in pain. Is it like good on him? Like that is a tough motherfucker.
I was talking with another buddy about the fights. He was asking me what I thought of them coming up. He's like, who do you think between Ferguson and the Iranian guy? I said, I think Ferguson's run his race, and I love him. Like, I'm a huge Tony Ferguson fan. We all got robbed of a Tony Ferguson Khabib fight because I think he would have, before, the timing didn't line up, but there was a time right before Gaethje fought Ferguson for the title, and then Gaethje lost to Khabib because Khabib was out for a little bit. That fight should have been probably Ferguson. I might also be missing my timeline, but it's very close.
Sure, yeah. It should have happened.
A year and a half ago, there should have been a Khabib Ferguson fight. And I think it would have been a fucking epic one. Khabib probably still would have won because he's just...
That man is...
He's undeniable.
He's
undeniable.
Yeah.
And it's insane. But there's always the what if he fought Tony Ferguson, because that motherfucker literally had his ankle exploded and knee exploded last night and didn't tap and finished and went the distance.
Yeah. Went to the...
And was like trying to take people... Like, he's a psychopath. I love him. And I got all the respect for that man in the
100%.
world.
But yeah, I do think.
But I think he's run his race. I think it's over.
I think he's done.
Yeah.
Now who am I to say? I'm a fucking casual watcher, but
same here.
He's been the guy he fought looked pretty old.
Yeah.
Like it's like, dude, are you almost past your prime too? Like,
I don't know, you look good though, but I mean, again, they're both good grapplers, but yeah. I mean, the other couple fights, I think we were spoiled with the very first main event fight.
Sure. 100%.
Because those two guys are tough as fuck and they went to war.
And they both wanted at least Burgos wanted fight of the night. Because it was like start of the third round and he's just sitting in his corner like looking for money, baby.
I know. He's got some child support due or something like that.
They're even like, hey, you think this is a fight of the night? And it's like, hey, buddy, that's not the way to get the fight of the night.
Yeah.
Also, you're the first fight of 5.
And also the fight of the night was the fucking main event.
Yeah.
Lightweight championship title of the world, because that was fucking wild. So the first fight was great. Shane Burgos versus Edson Barboza, the one we were talking about at the start. Then there was the girls fought next.
And whoever she fought was a good fight. It was entertaining.
A decent fight. The only thing is with the women fighters, there's only a couple that have legitimate knockout power.
Yeah, Caitlin and
those two girls don't.
Oh, I thought the one did, but
I didn't think
it was hard for her to get in and hit Caitlin.
She gassed herself and she couldn't get in there.
Like, the second and third round were god awful for her because she gassed herself out.
Like,
but
good luck.
I think she had the power to knock her out. She was fucking ripped.
Yeah, she was.
Joe
jacked.
even said it himself. Like, chick was jacked.
Yeah, she was jacked. But I mean, you can have all the power in the world if you don't have the technique to get inside and beat someone up.
Yeah.
I don't.
I think it was just Caitlin having that reach advantage and just throwing the jab in those front kicks. How are you going to get in? You're going to walk in and get a fucking foot in the face.
Yeah. But I mean, the thing is, Caitlin touched her with almost everything she threw at her.
Yeah, she never, no power.
She never threatened. It never looked like she was going to knock her down. Now she fucking closed both of her eyes. Her eyes were all like she put a beating on her.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But at no point did you see
she was touching her with marshmallows.
Yeah. Kid gloves on, and that's no disrespect. It's just it is what it is.
Yeah.
There's like 4 or 5 women out there that have legitimate scary knockout power.
Yeah.
And some don't, but some have the technique like Kaden that can fucking jab and box your face off.
Yeah.
And you're going to lose every fucking time.
Yep.
And she doesn't need to knock you out.
Yeah,
That's
she'll
fine.
throw 1,000 punches and hit you with 999.
Yeah. But if you're looking for watching someone that's that good, that can hit you that many times, you want to see somebody get rocked. She never even rocked her. You know what I mean? But hey, and then there was, what was the third fight?
Christopher Matthew.
Yeah, Schnell and
I don't know.
Bortin.
Yeah, I chose that fight. And it was going pretty well, but didn't go in my favor.
Yeah, it was like again.
I
it
don't
was
even
just
remember what happened.
Yeah, it was just like it was a decision.
Yeah.
Like the one dude got beat up.
Yeah.
And then same thing with the Ferguson and Dariush fight. Ferguson got beat up, lost in a decision. So there was the first fight, which was a 3rd round stoppage, I think. Barboza stopped him third round. And then there was 3 straight kind of mediocre
went to distance
decisions.
It was whatever.
And then there was Charles Oliveira versus Michael Chandler, which is one of the greatest fights in recent memory. The UFC is so fucking good that every time you watch, there's something that happens. You're like, that might be the craziest shit. Like last month, it was fucking Usman putting fucking Masvidal to sleep
in a broken
for the first time in history. Like, and then fucking last night, Chandler looked like he was gonna get submitted.
Yeah.
Did an amazing fucking escape move, and then looked like he was gonna knock the fuck out of Oliveira. Oliveira was rocked.
Yeah, it went back and forth
in the first round. Then Oliveira comes out and fucking knocks Chandler out cold in the first minute.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Absolutely insane. Like, again,
like what a turnaround.
We touched
it looked
on
like
this.
he was going to lose that fight.
Yeah. Well, we said before, like, I thought the ref was going to stop it when he was just.
I thought he was too.
But looking back on it and thinking about it, the guys I was like talking with, like online and shit.
Yeah.
They were like, I'm like, he was moving his head though when he was like getting ground and pound from behind and just getting filled in. He was still like trying to move his head left and like to. He's still
trying to defend himself.
Not fucking out cold, just eating punches.
But he did get rocked a couple of times. You could see it.
Holy shit, like, dude! He was taking elbows. And, like
crazy.
It was a great fucking fight.
Like that was literally a tale of two. Like the first 2.5 minutes of that fight was all Oliveira. Yeah. It looked like he was, and Oliveira is a fucking dangerous submission artist.
I thought for sure he submitted him
like
there.
DC and Rogan are like, oh my god, don't let him take it back. Don't let him take it. It's deep. And then all of a sudden, fucking Chandler pops out of it.
Yeah.
Then the next 2.5 minutes, he beats the fuck out of Oliveira.
Chandler stood up with Oliveira on his back.
Yeah.
And
slammed him down. And then they're like, that's dumb because now you're even deeper into Oliveira. It's like, oh my god, like,
but fuck.
Just a matter of time. And then he slips out.
Fuck, man.
That would hurt like fuck.
And
Chandler's getting winded.
Chandler's a stocky motherfucker. Like that man
is as wide as he is tall.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a great fucking fight.
Then beats the fuck out of him till the end of the round. Looks like Oliveira's in trouble. And then Oliveira comes out and knocks him the fuck out.
Yeah, second round. Like
it was immediately. Like immediately.
I think Chandler went into the second round thinking that Oliveira was hurt and not going to be the way he was. Because Oliveira came out not scared, not like phased by the first round.
He's like,
really at all.
We're good. And what's up?
Yeah, and just showed why he's the number one.
Why he's the champion. Fucking wild,
and that was for the belt that Lightweight. Khabib had, right?
Yeah. Khabib is retired.
Yeah. But like Khabib was the last one to hold it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the first champion.
Fucking crazy,
all roads go through Brazil now.
Yeah.
It was awesome to see his reaction to winning too. Like he was fucking jacked.
Oh yeah,
he was dancing and fucking jumping cages.
Emotional. He pulled his fucking shirt over. He was crying.
Because he was like super excited running through the crowd. Then I guess like once they were about to raise his hand, I guess it all hit him. He just started crying.
Yeah,
like, it's good.
That was a great fucking fight.
Yeah, I mean,
congratulations.
Yeah,
and a rematch will happen. I think Chandler deserves it. He fucking
that's only Chandler's second fight in the UFC.
In the UFC, but he had a great Bellator career.
Yeah, he's a Bellator champion. He's a legit. He deserves to be where he is.
Like I kind of laugh
at
the
top 2 or 3 contender.
100%. Like
no question.
I laugh at the people that make or just kind of shit talk Chandler. Like this is the UFC now. Like what I think it was Oliveira said that in his like documentary or whatever. Like you're coming into the UFC. This is the real deal.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that. Yeah, sure. All the top fighters are in the UFC, but you can't say that Bellator, there's no good fighters.
There's a lot of good fighters over there.
There's a lot of great fighters that just never get picked up by the UFC.
Rory McDonald, a Canadian, is one of the best 170 pounds. I think he's 170 pounds out there, and he fought in the UFC before, but he switched to Bellator because Bellator was paying him.
Well, there you go.
And same thing with Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler had a good deal with Bellator. Yeah. He's a fucking amazing fighter.
Yeah.
So what's the incentive to leave unless you're going to pay me?
Yeah.
I mean,
but
these guys have short careers, and they can end in one fight.
Yeah,
you can't fault people for fucking trying to get that money.
Who did Chandler fight his first fight? Dan Hall wasn't Dan Hall.
sucks.
Anyways, the guy he fought again, I think he underestimated Chandler. He's like,
I watched the fight too.
no, yeah, I was with you. Nobody wanted to fight him, and this guy took the fight.
Mm-hmm.
And if he had beat Chandler, I think it would have like upped his career. But Chandler put an ass whooping.
Dan Hooker,
and fucking knocked him out.
Yeah, like flatlined him early.
Yeah,
and made it look good.
Yeah, it wasn't like
easy.
Yeah. And again, we'll see a rematch. It won't be right away. I think Chandler will have to fight somebody else, and we'll see what happens. I think we will see
Chandler fight McGregor.
Really?
I think Poirier is going. I should fucking put this as Chris predicts. I think Poirier will beat McGregor in the next fight. I
think so too.
And I think the winner of that will fight Chandler.
I don't know why McGregor is coming back.
I don't know either. That's like we could spend an hour and a half speculating on that.
Yeah.
There's a million different roads we could go down with that. But just to keep it short and sweet, I think winner of Poirier McGregor will fight for the belt. In the meantime, Gaethje will probably fight Oliveira.
Yep.
So winner of that will hold it. Winner of Poirier and McGregor will fight for the belt. I think it'll be Poirier. And then winner of McGregor and Chandler will fight for the next belt.
Because isn't Poirier McGregor already set?
Set, but it's a couple months off.
Yeah, it's not coming up anytime soon.
No, so there will be a title fight for the lightweight in between.
It is.
And Gaethje should be there because Gaethje beat Tony Ferguson to win it.
Yeah.
And Gaethje's last fight, he lost to Khabib. Didn't
you bring this up that Gaethje's kind of been thrown under the rug for a little bit when he should have been in?
He's a fucking great fighter. He was
100%.
He was the champ. He beat Tony Ferguson. And then he lost to Khabib, but everybody loses to Khabib.
Everybody has lost.
So literally Khabib's last fight, he beat Justin Gaethje, and then they have a title fight, and Gaethje's not in it. Now there's different things going on there, but I think Gaethje's going to fight for the next belt.
Okay.
So I think Oliveira will fight Gaethje, Poirier will fight McGregor. It's just a timeline, but I think Gaethje will fight for the belt first. Winner of that goes through, and then Chandler will fight the winner of that, and the winner of that goes and fights for the belt again.
Yeah.
All probably within a year.
Okay.
It's going to be a lot of good fights.
Yeah.
There's no bad matchups in that division.
I was going to say earlier that the UFC, at least recently, I haven't watched a bad UFC.
All good value.
This year.
Yeah, all good
or
value.
even like last year, because I only watched, not even a handful of UFCs, but like the main UFC, like when they actually like put a number on it.
Sure.
Not a Wednesday fucking night.
Yeah.
But yeah, their matchups are fucking top tier.
Well, what Dana was saying after the last month's UFC, Usman and Masvidal, because Jake Paul was there, and Jake Paul beat Ben Askren the week of that fight, and then he was there, and there was all that shit, and they asked him about him. He's like, good on the guy. He's like, but we're not in that business. Yeah. He's like, you watch that shit. He's like, it's not good fighting. I get it.
I don't want production.
It's not good production. It's also not good quality of combat sports. He's like, what we're in the business of putting together what you saw tonight. And that was like one of the best cards UFC's ever done.
100%.
And all the fights were amazing. It was worth if that pay-per-view was worth $150, it would have been worth every fucking penny.
Yeah.
And you can probably make that argument for most of them that they're worth that money.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, UFC's fucking, they're undefeated.
Speaking of the Jake Paul shit, Mayweather talked about the reason he's fighting Logan.
Okay.
And he's like, well, look at it this way. I love money. He's a businessman, all this shit. He goes, if somebody offers you $50 million to go and do a job that you do every day, right? Like he could take anybody he wanted right now in boxing, make 50 mil. But if somebody offered you 100 mil
to do the same job,
but to go fight this random guy
to do an easy job,
which fight are you taking?
Yeah, fair enough.
That's what I said.
All right, I'm
like,
fair enough. You win.
Good on you.
Yep, have at it.
I can't blame you. You're retired.
He doesn't need it.
Everybody's like, put it on your record. But at the same time, it's like,
whatever.
Guy's a fucking YouTuber. He hasn't fought go fight an amateur boxer with a he has his professional boxing.
Sure.
Go fight an amateur boxer and then tell Mayweather to put it on his record. But don't come out of here being like, put it on your fucking record. You're fighting a fucking YouTuber.
Mayweather's the best fighter of all time.
Yeah. So I disagree with all these people saying...
They came to him saying, hey, I think we can make you $100 million.
Yeah, and he said,
hell yeah. I'll listen.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Yeah.
And then they...
Perfect. Easy work.
It's just talk.
I'm in the gym anyways. Let's fucking do it.
Yeah, it's just talk.
Yeah. But again, like all these people saying like, put it on your record, put it on your record. It doesn't make sense to put it on his fucking record.
Who cares?
Everybody says they're not real boxers, so why is he going to put it on his record?
There you go.
Idiot. Fucking makes me so mad.
CJ's got it all figured out.
But yeah, no, I just thought that was...
So since we're on the topic of the UFC,
yeah,
I can talk about... I'll do our update.
Yeah, let's do our update. Let's recap last week. If you didn't listen, he did do predictions for last week's fights.
Yes, I did.
The fourth one or the fifth fight.
Yeah, so I only predicted 4 fights.
Yeah, because Diaz.
Yeah, and so canceled. I found out what happened.
Okay.
Diaz had a back injury in training camp.
Okay.
They just gave him an extra month, so they're fighting next month.
Gotcha.
Start.
Cool.
So, which is nice. I wanted to see that fight.
Yeah, I'll watch that for sure.
I'm glad they made it. So we started off last week before my predictions with I think we had $14.
Okay.
$14 or $15.
Okay.
Probably go back and run the math anyway. I took you asked me 2 Leaf games.
Yeah.
I said the Leafs would lose both.
Yep.
So they played the Ottawa Senators. Although the Ottawa Senators won, they won in overtime, and because I took Ottawa to win and not to draw, we didn't win any money.
That's bullshit.
On that. So Ottawa won. You asked me, and then they played the Winnipeg Jets.
You were right.
I was right.
You were right, but just the way the bets work and
as far as money goes, my prediction was right, but the money was off. So then there was the Winnipeg Jets. I said they would win. They did. We got $2.85 back for that on a $1 bet.
Hell yeah.
Then you asked me 2 rugby games. I took Munster and Ulster, and they both lost.
Okay, like it's actually hilarious because I called Chris just to like see when we were doing the podcast this week, and just to make sure like him and Antonio and the baby were good. And he was telling me about these bets, and what was it like? Munster was like we could win 8 cents.
Yeah, so Munster was a huge favorite against Connacht, I think.
Sure.
Yeah, it's some sort of fucking Irish. But Connacht was like 9-1. So if we bet $1, we would have won. We got 9 back. So $8.
Yeah, we would have got $8.
$8 we would have won. Munster was such a heavy favorite that if we bet $1, we would have won 8 cents. And they lost.
I started laughing when he told me this.
And then Ulster was in the same position where the team that they were playing was like a 8-cent win.
Yeah, huge.
And then Ulster was 9-1, and then they lost.
Yeah.
So I was 0 for 2 on the rugby.
It was just so funny. He's like, dude, we got some big bets coming up for these rugbies. We could win 8 cents on one or $9 on the other. And it's like, we didn't even win 8 cents.
No, we couldn't even win the gimme.
Yeah.
But it goes to show you, there's no fucking gimmies in sports.
No,
man.
There's really not.
Yeah. So, so I'm 2 for 2 for last week. And then I predicted the 4 at the time UFC fights.
Yeah.
They were Charles Oliveira. I took him to win. He won. Shane Burgos against Edson Barboza, the first fight we were talking about. Barboza lost. I took Burgos, so that was lost. And then I took Caitlin Kugigan and Danelli Bariush against Ferguson. So I was 3 for 4 on the fights.
Yeah.
But what I had...
Well, so anyway, Chris messaged me. He's like, "Who would you pick in the fifth fight?" And I
took Matt Schnell.
I took Schnell, and
Bontarine.
That didn't go my way.
So last night we bet $3 on the UFC.
Okay,
and we won $8.50.
Perfect.
I will explain how.
That's with my bet.
That was with your bet.
Okay.
So your bet was separate because I had my 4 picks. So I just put them all
into
one.
Parlay.
Parlay. So one doesn't come through. None of them do.
Okay.
So obviously I was 3 for 4, so one didn't go through. But I saw yesterday afternoon that they had a bet, like the app that I use is Betway.
Yep.
And they sometimes do like boosts, like Leafs, Rangers, and Canadians all to win tonight. It was at 4-1. Now it's like 10-1.
Holy shit.
Right? They do shit like that,
yeah.
Right? And yesterday they had a boost at Oliveira, Dariush, and Caitlin Kugigan all to win. It was at like 4, and then they did to 8.50. So I'm like, perfect. I have all 3 of them anyways. I'll bet them.
Yeah.
So I bet them 3, and then the only fight that I lost was on the parlay. So all 3 still came through. So we ended up winning 8.50. So we started the day, I think, at $15. Last week was around $15. We lost $1. We lost $3, $2 on rugby, $1 on hockey. Got a couple bucks here and there.
Yeah.
So we started about $15, and we are at $20.47.
Holy fuck, we've doubled our money.
Doubled our money.
Let's fucking go.
Due to my gigantic brain.
Chris is a fucking wizard.
I have prowess of the mental capabilities.
Let's fucking go, dude.
And this week's predictions are as follows.
If you want to double your money,
you just listen to me.
Just listen to Chris.
And instead of betting $1, bet like 10 grand of 10 grand on everything I say.
Don't be pussies like us.
Throw some money at it.
Put your whole life savings on this shit.
Grow up. Fucking hell.
Fuck. What do you have to lose? Your entire life savings? Come on. Grow up.
Bet all your Bitcoin.
You could double it. You could double it right now.
Chip off some of that Bitcoin and bet it on. If you want to make some
Get your checkbook out and start writing checks.
Yeah.
What do they say in fucking Step Brothers? It's like, I want to cash checks.
I want to get ass. I want to make bank, bro.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
All time. So, unfortunately, the Stanley Cup playoffs started yesterday before we recorded.
That's fine.
But the North Division hasn't started.
Okay.
So I will predict to you the North Division playoff series.
Fuck yeah.
Up until the Final Four. Starting with your Toronto Maple Leafs versus the Montreal Canadiens. The Leafs are going to win in 6 games.
Okay.
Then there is Edmonton versus the Winnipeg Jets. Winnipeg will beat Edmonton.
Okay.
Winnipeg's a deeper team. They have better defense. They have a better goalie. It's
Okay.
that simple. I know that Edmonton has McJesus.
Yeah. That man and McNugget and
Yeah. I actually think Edmonton's gonna Winnipeg's gonna be in 5 games.
Really?
I do.
Holy shit.
Again,
I didn't think Winnipeg was that hot this year.
They're a deeper team.
Okay.
They're a deeper team, I think.
Okay. I wish Patrick Laine would fucking would have stayed with
fuck that guy.
He would have done a lot better for me. Although I did win fantasy. I won fantasy.
Let me finish
this
this up and we'll get to your fantasy. Let me finish my predictions.
Fuck, I almost forgot.
So Winnipeg Jets will upset, I guess. I think they're technically the underdog against Edmonton.
Yeah.
And then that will set up a matchup between the Winnipeg Jets and your Toronto Maple Leafs, of which the Maple Leafs will win in 6 games and advance to the Final Four.
Relax on the playoffs. We got a couple weeks before they're done, right?
Yeah.
The first round. So you don't have to do the second round right away.
I'm doing it.
Holy shit.
I'm doing it.
Okay.
I'm just because it's sort of like a hasty thing.
Okay.
Next week I will have more active predictions, but right now, because of
continue. I'm sorry I interrupted.
I'm going to explain to you why I'm doing far out bets right now.
Yeah.
Because baseball's annoying as fuck to bet on because it's every day.
True.
So hockey is just wrapped up the regular season. There's been 2 playoff games.
Okay.
Right. So that season's kind of just getting rolling. So I don't want to go through and predict a bunch of those. I'd rather just do series as we move along. The Champions League finals in a couple weeks, which I already predicted. The Brentford and Sunderland teams, those games are tomorrow.
Okay.
So in a week, there'll be more stuff to update, and I'll have more stuff to bet on.
Yeah, right now it's kind of
it's just a lull. This week is a bit of a lull. Yeah.
Even darts. Darts wasn't back on until the end of the month. All this other shit I was looking, I'm like, well, fuck, I had no predictions.
So it's just sort of a 1 week lull. So I'm just and I wanted what I wanted to do, and it wouldn't necessarily just be for bets, but it would just be fun for the podcast. Is I wanted to do all the first round of the NHL playoffs, but because certain series started yesterday, unfortunately, I don't feel right picking.
Predict it. Just say your predictions, because you can still bet. Bet on it, but we are, again, disclaimer, we are 1 day into it. Still do your predictions.
Okay, all right. Well,
still do your predictions.
Start talking about how you won fantasy, and I'll pull up.
Okay,
things.
so my team wasn't doing too hot. I was middle of the pack the entire season.
Mm-hmm.
I had Patrick Laine was doing great for me at the start of the year. Got traded to Columbus. He had a 2-week down period between contract signing, COVID quarantining, and all this other shit, and then getting settled and getting on the team, and then he got benched, and it was fucking wild. Then missed the trade deadline. Me and my dad tried to do some shady shit. He was
slippery salesman shit.
Yeah, we were trying.
Sons of bitches.
So he's like, let's stack your team. Fuck it.
And you guys are gonna split the winnings?
Yeah, like
or no comment.
No comment. No comment. And then so he's like, I'm like, okay, so before we start dropping guys, because we missed the trade deadline, so now you got to drop guys and pick them up on the waiver.
Oh, for fuck's sake! That's how you guys were doing it.
That's how we did it.
You guys are dirty fuckers.
So I dropped some dog shit. I dropped Kadri. I'm like, okay, try to pick up Kadri. I got him claimed. He's in my waiver. I'll get him on Wednesday. Perfect. Okay. Drop Crosby. I'm going to snag him, get him on my claims, and we'll be good. We use Yahoo Fantasy fucking NHL. Fucking hate it. I get notifications 4 times a day that a player goes from day to day to out, day to day to out, day to day to out. But I don't get a notification that in 2 days, it's like you can't make any more trades.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So he drops them. I get him on the waiver claim. What I don't know is that the waiver claim goes in the order of the draft. So if there's someone ahead of you and they claim them, they get them. So sure
so
shit.
You thought you fucking dummies thought you had a foolproof plan where oh, I'll just drop them and you'll just be the first one to pick them up. But yeah,
everybody has a chance.
And so people see Crosby rolling along.
So my buddy, our good friend Sean picks him up, gets him. I literally stayed up till fucking midnight trying to make sure this shit went through. Didn't go through. Wake up at 8 a.m. and this shit fucking goes to Sean. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
You guys can't even cheat properly.
Me and my dad were just laughing. We're like, whatever. He was last in the fucking league. Didn't matter for him. So he doesn't give a fuck. He lost his money anyways.
Yeah.
I was middle of the pack. I'm like, my team's good, but they got to have a good week for me to compete with everybody else. Like, I didn't have any crazy people consistently all the time. I could rely on a shit ton of points. So I'm like, fuck it, whatever. It is what it is. I played Sean in the semifinals. Fucking smoked him.
Even with Crosby, he still lost.
Even with Crosby. Crosby got 8 points to the week.
Jeez. Is that a lot or little?
That was a little for a centerman.
Okay.
And Crosby. And Crosby was top 3 players for
all year.
Fantasy points. And then I go into the finals and I'm playing Sean's brother. Now, me and my dad looked at the end of the season. They had made 40 plus transactions the entire season, dropping players, picking them up, making trades. Now
they were wheeling and dealing.
Yeah, if they were trading, it was between each other.
Okay.
There were some at the start of the year. One of them got Stamkos for 2 dog shit fucking players.
Couple ham sandwiches.
Yeah, it's what the fuck is this shit? How the fuck did you swindle your way into getting Stamkos for these 2 dog shit players? They probably don't even play anymore.
They're retired.
Yeah, they got dropped down to the
Brett
minors.
Hull retired in 2005.
Who was Toronto's last enforcer? Fuck.
Oh, Colton Orr.
Yeah, Mike picked them up the second year we did fantasy.
And he didn't play a single game in the NHL that year.
No, he got dropped down to fucking minors.
Yeah.
I'm like, Mike, you're an idiot. It was Mike's 3rd round pick.
And he didn't drop him at any point throughout the season. He kept them all year.
I think so.
If he dropped him, it was late. It was way too late.
Yeah, it was hilarious. Anyway, so I'm playing Shauner's brother, and I didn't realize how many transactions that they had made. I did 20, but it was more so for injury reserve, people getting put on IR for the rest of the season, dropping them, picking somebody else up. Or Patrick Laine got traded, he got benched, and then he just underperformed the rest of the season. Get rid of him. Minor moves. And the whole week I was losing. I think Wednesday I was down 60 points.
Jeez.
I'm going in.
This is the final?
Yeah, and it didn't even play out till Sunday. Saturday was the last day. And Saturday, everybody's playing. I'm looking at my lineup. I got postponed games. I got guys like Patrick Lane or Patrick Kane.
Okay.
His game's postponed. I'm like, fuck, thanks.
I'm done.
Yeah, like, come on. He's one of my top guys. And you're postponing his game? Fucking let them all get COVID. Just put them in. I need a win. I need a win. And so I ended up dropping like Kane, picking up some guy, like random guy.
Just guys that like trying to get points.
He had the most points for the position I had to fill. Threw him in there, and I won by like 1.6 points.
Oh my God.
It was phenomenal.
Champione.
So guess what I did with that $160?
Split it with your dad.
No, I put that shit in fucking crypto. Like instantly, like
immediately.
It came through. I put a buy order in and I was done. I was like, I'm out, baby. this money making me money now.
And the show comes full circles, ladies and gentlemen. See how we do that? We're getting better at this media stuff. The show comes full circle. That's fucking awesome.
Oh, man.
All right.
Okay,
so quickly, just to wrap things up.
Yeah, you got the playoffs.
Playoffs here are as follows. Toronto, Montreal, Toronto. Edmonton, Winnipeg. Winnipeg will win. Carolina and Smashville. Carolina's going to beat them. Florida and Tampa. Tampa's going to win. Pittsburgh and the New York Islanders. I believe that's how you pronounce it.
100%.
I got to take Crosby. Bastard.
Yeah.
Washington and Boston. I'm taking Ovechkin. Even though I think they're already up a game, I don't even know for sure. Doesn't matter.
Who cares? You're taking Washington.
Colorado and St. Louis, I'm taking Colorado. And Vegas and Minnesota, I'm taking the Lossington Vegas Golden Knights.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
You heard it here first.
Toronto, Winnipeg, Carolina, Tampa, Pittsburgh, Washington, Colorado, and Las Vegas are all your first round winners. Parlay that, put 10, 12 grand on there.
No, your entire life savings.
Whichever you prefer, whichever comes first, 10 or 12 grand are your life savings.
Yeah.
And there you go. There's your winners.
All right.
And as always, thank you everyone for listening and tuning in. Thanks for watching on the YouTubes.
If you are watching on YouTube or if you're listening, please head over to our YouTube. Just hit that subscribe button. It does help. If you are watching, hit the like button. That helps huge with the YouTube algorithm. And hit us up on Facebook, 2seasonapod, email mail.twoseasonapod@gmail.com. And thank you again to Perfect Creations for the whiskey glasses. They're actually pretty sick. Again, it's our first fucking merch, man.
Merchandise.
Yeah, it's our first shit. So it's cool seeing our logo on shit. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week. We're out.
Thank
Deuces.
you.